A sizzling second half, where the Sharks scored 6 tries and filed on 36 points, has seen them crush the Cowboys by 42-16 at 1300 SMILES Stadium in Townsville. A scrappy first half was almost forgotten with the turnaround after the break, as the Sharks forwards dominated in the middle, created space for their playmakers. With the outside backs the beneficiaries, it was a win that makes it 2 from 3 for a Sharks side that will get plenty of confidence from their efforts in the second 40 minutes. The Cowboys had 2 early tries denied, the first when Josh McGuire was in front of the kicker, the second after a Jordan Cahoon knock-on in contesting a high ball, but as is often the case they were left through the missed opportunities, with the Sharks going down the opposite end and posting first points. Following 2 repeat sets, then a Cowboys error coming off their own line, a gallant offload saw halfback Chad Townsend reach out to score adjacent to the uprights, and when Sean Johnson converted it was 6-0 Sharks after 15 minutes. With mistakes plaguing the Sharks game for the third week in a row, the momentum shifted in favor of their opponents, and after surviving consecutive sets on their goal line, eventually they would crack. Jordan McLean crashing over for his team's first points, Cahoon added the extras, and it was 6-all with 30 minutes gone. Another dropped ball went deep in North Queensland territory, followed by an offside penalty, and the Cowboys worked their way into an attacking zone. On the last tackle, Sose Afeki, who had earlier been outstanding in defusing a couple of tricky kicks, couldn't grasp the ball, and fullback Tamarie Martin would pounce for the home side's second of the afternoon. From a difficult angle, Cahoon was unable to convert, but the Cowboys would take a narrow 10-6 lead to halftime. There would have been little doubt as to the topic of John Morris's halftime address, with the Sharks making 10 errors in the first 40 and completing at just 60%. Adding to the Sharks' problems came the news that skipper Gallen, in his record-breaking 329th game, would be unable to return due to a rib injury. However, whatever was said in the sheds had immediate effect. Following a strong opening 6 tackles, it was young gun Britton Nikora showing great determination, winning the race to a Johnson kick, then touching down inches from the dead ball line. Johnson was on target with his kick, and the Sharks had retaken the lead at 12-10. Now with a spring in their step, the Sharks moved back downfield and they would extend their advantage. Hooker Jaden Braley exploiting a gap around the Cowboy ruck before finding Townsend in support, with the halfback running 20 meters to score his second. Johnson kept his perfect record intact with the boot, and the Sharks were up 8 at 18-10 just 9 minutes into the second period, and the points would continue to flow. Josh Morris making a long break down the left before being the man on the spot soon after, pouncing on a Johnson kick to push the Sharks' lead out further. Johnson kicked his 5th from 5 attempts, and it was 24-10 Sharks with 28 minutes still remaining. A shell-shocked Cowboys outfit were now finding it difficult to compete, Townsend collecting a loose ball and running 50 meters into opposition territory, then it was Duggan crashing over off a well-timed Braley pass. The Johnson goal made it 30-10, but the Sharks were far from done. A Michael Morgan kick sailed out on the full following excellent pressure applied by Braley, and with field position once more in their favor, the Sharks would score, Morris barging over from close range to also make it 2 tries for the night, and with the Johnson conversion, the game was as good as over at 36-10 with only a quarter of the match to go. After a Sharks handling error, then a high tackle penalty, the Cowboys would strike, Gavin Cooper running into yawning gap off a Morgan offload, but it would be as close as North Queensland would get. A hamstring injury to Matt Moylan saw the Sharks' structures disrupted with 11 to go, with Duggan moving to fullback and Capewell into the centers. However, despite the adversity, the result was soon put to bed when Blake Braley accepted a short ball from Matt Pryor, before diving over for his first NRL try. It was an outstanding second half, with the Sharks holding the ball, building pressure and completely steamrolling their opponents in recording their second win of the season. Following a messy first half aside, Morris would have been extremely satisfied with what he saw in the second, with the Sharks looking slick and posting 6 tries and 36 points, giving them confidence for the weeks ahead. For the Sharks, Townsend, Jaden Braley, Duggan and Morris had big second halves, as did Johnson, who was both threatening and controlled. Nikora, in just his 3rd game, again showed his unlimited potential, as did fellow youngster Jack Williams, who ran strongly and defended with aggression. The Sharks now have a week to assess their injured players and get ready for the Eels, with the game scheduled for ANZ Stadium next Saturday night. Sharks 42, Chad Townsend 2, Josh Morris 2, Britton Nikora, Josh Duggan, Blake Braley tries, Sean Johnson 7 goals beat Cowboys 16, Tamarie Martin, Jordan McLean, Gavin Cooper tries, Jordan Cahoon 2 goals.